Andrew Tate is a British-American self-made millionaire. He made his money through kickboxing, in which he became a 3-time ISKA world champion. Through this and other investments from Bitcoin to multiple casinos that he owns, this makes his net worth around $100 million. And what does he choose to spend his money on? Cars. Tate has a simply insane car collection. He has over 20 vehicles, and some of them are some of the rarest in the world. In this video, we'll take a look at some of Tate's most exciting and unique cars. Let's dive right in, shall we? Limited edition Bugatti Chiron. Almost every petrolhead's dream is, one day, to have a Bugatti. Andrew Tate has made this dream a reality, and his Chiron is one of the most beautiful cars on the market. Andrew didn't just get any old Chiron, he in fact got a limited edition Pure Sport in 2020. This car is so rare that only 60 cars exist worldwide. He went with a copper color, making the Chiron stand out on the roads even more than it should. Under the hood, Tate's Chiron is fitted with an 8.0-litre W16 engine, which produces nearly 1,500 horsepower. This Pure Sport will accelerate from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds and reach a top speed overall of 217 miles per hour. This is certainly the most dramatic car in Tate's collection and cost him the most money. But how much did the Chiron cost? Well, reports have suggested that the car cost Tate in the region of $4 million. It sits pride of place in his garage in Romania and is certainly the heart of his collection. McLaren S20S. Andrew Tate also owns a McLaren S20S. This is one of the company's most daring cars, and Tate's personal vehicle is nothing short of insane. The color scheme is amazing. Tate opted for a purple chrome design, which shimmers and changes shade in the light. It really stands out on the road and is the only 720S with such a color scheme. Most likely, Tate had a custom wrap put on the car, as the design isn't one that McLaren offers. The McLaren 720S boasts some incredible statistics. The supercharged engine under the hood produces a whopping 710 horsepower. This allows the 720S to accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds, which is almost as quick as the Chiron. The car will also reach a top speed of 212 miles per hour. This makes the 720S one of the fastest cars in Andrew Tate's collection. There is a slight problem with this car though. Andrew Tate imported one from the UK, and so the car was right-hand drive. However, he lives in Romania, which is a left-hand drive country, so he has reported some problems when using the 720S in everyday situations. Overtaking was one of the biggest challenges. The McLaren 720S comes in at about $3 million new. Andrew bought his with 3,000 kilometers on the clock, so it was probably a little cheaper than the new price, but it's still very expensive and one of his most valued cars. Lamborghini Huracan. No insane car collection is complete without a Lamborghini, and Andrew Tate owns one of the best on the market. Purchased in 2020, Tate owns a Lamborghini Huracan Evo. He opted for a similar chrome finish as with the McLaren. It's one of the shiniest Lamborghinis on the road, and there's a black racing stripe down the middle of the bonnet. The roof is also black, and sources suggest the wheel alloys are custom too. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo is one of the fastest cars on the road. It will accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds and reach an overall top speed of 202 miles per hour. The Huracan is also one of the best Lamborghinis for use on the track. Tate has stated that, even on the road, he puts the Huracan in track mode to ensure he has all of the power available all of the time. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo is a very expensive car. Base models start at around $210,000, and sources say that he brought the car new. It's a great addition to his car collection overall. Aston Martin Vanquish S. As a British man, Aston Martin has always held a special place in Andrew Tate's heart. As a result, he's purchased one of the nicest cars the company has to offer, the Vanquish S. He went for a very classy silver color, which screams luxury, refinement, and wealth. He's constantly spotted using this car, as it's sporty, but much more practical than his hypercars like the Bugatti and McLaren. The Aston Martin Vanquish S packs some serious power. Under the hood, there's a 6-litre V12, which produces nearly 600 horsepower. This gives the Vanquish a 0 to 60 time of just 3.4 seconds, which is almost as fast as his Huracan. The Vanquish will also reach a top speed of 200 miles per hour. The Vanquish S is one of Tate's most expensive cars. A Model S will start at $300,000, making it almost one-third more expensive than the Lamborghini. Tate probably added some extras in the cabin too, which would ramp up the price even more. The Aston Martin Vanquish S is ultimately one of Tate's classiest cars in his collection. Rolls-Royce Phantom. Again, Rolls-Royce has a special place in Andrew Tate's heart, as it's a prestigious British car brand. The Phantom is one of the most luxurious cars too, and Tate got his hand on one a few years ago. He opted for a classic navy blue color, which is both classic and screams luxury. The interior is a light cream, and the company only uses bull's leather, as cow's leather may have stretch marks on it. The Phantom isn't built for performance, but it still has some impressive statistics. For instance, it produces 536 horsepower from a 6.8-liter V12. This gives the Phantom a top speed of 155 miles per hour, which is very impressive for such a big car. Beyond this, the Phantom features corner auto-leveling suspension, automatic climate control, and multiple refrigerators to enhance the experience of driving. The Rolls-Royce Phantom is an extremely expensive car. Prices start from $450,000, but adding desirable features will increase this to around $500,000. This makes the Phantom one of the most expensive cars in Tate's collection. It's certainly a worthy car to be in his insane garage. In fact, the Phantom is probably Tate's most luxurious car. Porsche 911 922. The Porsche 911 is a favorite for many petrolheads. Its mid-engine, boxy design has captured the hearts of many, and it's been a consistent performer on the track. As a result, Andrew Tate decided to buy a 911 for use on the track. His 911 is white with a big spoiler and has lots of advertising stickers over the bonnet and body panels. This really sells the retro motorsport look. The Porsche 911 922 packed some impressive specs. For instance, it can reach 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds flat and will reach an overall speed of 178 miles per hour. It also handles excellently on the track and has helped Tate to fly around many famous circuits all over the world. The Porsche 911 922 is a very expensive car, but actually looks pretty cheap when compared to Tate's other cars. Base models cost around $100,000, which is apparently nothing for Andrew Tate. BMW X6M. No insane car collection is complete without a wide-body, aggressive BMW, and Andrew Tate appears to agree. His collection consists of a few BMWs, but one of the most insane is the X6M. He opted for a matte black design, and everything is black from the windows to the wheels. This makes the X6M look seriously aggressive and very sophisticated. The BMW X6M is a very fast car. In fact, it will accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds and reach a top speed of 180 miles per hour. The X6 is also very practical on the road, as it's much more subtle than some of the other cars on the list, and Tate would rather put miles on the X6 than the more expensive Chiron, for example. This isn't to say that the BMW X6M is a cheap car. In fact, prices start from around $100,000. But in terms of Tate's collection, the X6M is probably the cheapest car he owns. Nevertheless, it's still an insane car. So there's just a scratch at the surface of Andrew Tate's insane car collection. Andrew Tate is an inspiration for many, as he's shown that with hard work, you really can get anything you've ever wanted in life. His car collection is only growing as his net worth increases, and it's always exciting to check out his social media to see which insane car will join his collection next.